on the welcome on the platform of Vedayu Online. And today we are here to inaugurate the intercollegiate journalism competition for all Ayurveda colleges and especially for Ayurveda students to encourage the journalism as well as along with Ayurveda. So I welcome you as the guest of honor, Mr. Kuldeep Raj Kohli, Directorate of Ayush Maharashtra. Sir, we would like to hear you. What do you experience about Vedayu? How is your experience in recent years, as well as about our editors as magazine of Vedayu, and your warm wishes for our intercollegiate journalism?
Friends, a very good morning. First of all, wish you a very happy Ayurveda Day, happy Dhanteras, happy Dhanvantari Jayanti, and wish you all a very happy Diwali. On the eve of this 5th National Ayurveda Day, which this year has fallen on 13th of November today, the function being organized by Mr. Santosh Nair, who is the CEO of Vedayu with magazine. He is CEO of Ayush Arogyam and the Vedayu Health magazine, which is primarily related to Ayurveda publications. Dr. Santosh Nair has been a very good friend of mine for the last around 2 to 3 years. The only thing that brought us together was that I am a well-wisher of Ayurveda. I want Ayurveda to progress in the country and abroad, and so was the wish of Mr. Santosh Nair. I always have a feeling that whenever non-Ayurvedic people get into the field of Ayurveda, probably they do a lot good to the system. Many of the Ayurvedic doctors feel that they are not Ayurvedic doctors, why should they be in the field of Ayurveda? But let me tell you, we are only technocrats, we are only doctors. We may not have management skills, we may not have projection, the advertising skills, we may not have many more, the marketing skills. All these skills have to be built into the system of Ayurveda. And for that we need people like Mr. Santosh Nair, who is a management graduate. He has left his job as a wonderful job with a multinational in the corporate sector and started the journey with Ayurveda. I've seen him through last 2 years. What I felt is he is so dedicated, and what we share in common with each other is that we both want the younger generation to take over the reins of Ayurveda because we feel the future of Ayurveda is in the hands of the younger generation. Whatever mistakes we have done in our generation, whatever we could not achieve, whatever are the dreams for the Ayurveda nationally and globally, probably all of them can be realized, all of them can be corrected only by the younger generation who is just entering into the Ayurvedic sector, because then they will have 40, 50 years of their life in the system of Ayurveda. Whereas we are now on the verge of getting older and maybe getting into that mode where our ideas are fixed. The younger generation is more motivated, more innovative, and is subject to change as per the necessity. Therefore, what I want to share with you today is that Ayurveda is a great science. Ayurveda has an unbroken tradition for last thousands of years. You see, many of the sciences have come, eloped, they have vanished with the Mughals coming in, with the British coming in. But through several attacks on our great nation into different princely states, and then through the independence up to today, Ayurveda has always been into a life practice. Therefore, the experiences that we have today, that our younger generation is going to have today, is the experience of thousands of years of usage of Ayurveda. Ayurveda, you see, is a science which is very good for NCDs. the non-communicable diseases, be it diabetes, be it hypertension, be it heart diseases, be it thyrotoxicosis, thyroid disorders, stress, psychosomatic disorders, cancers. Now, all these diseases are the major killers as on today. In last 2-3 decades, we had infections as the major killers, but now in the coming decade, in this decade and the coming decade, it is the non-communicable diseases which have become the major killers because we have controlled much of the infections. Tuberculosis we have controlled, the other infections are controlled, but the current infection that has come in, which is the COVID-19, has brought the whole world back into Ayurveda. Now everybody is starting creeping into Ayurveda, what Ayurveda can contribute, because everybody has now felt that nothing works. Hydroxychloroquine is empirical, shows no effect. Remdesivir, we have accepted, the allopaths have accepted that it was useless to use remdesivir. The plasma therapy, there are controversies on it. WHO is saying that none of these issues work on COVID-19. So where should the people go? The people ultimately have one place to go, that is Ayurveda, and rightfully they have done so. And much of credit for the people to shift to Ayurveda during COVID-19, to look into the immunity boosters, to look into all those medicines and measures which can control the infection of COVID-19, the mild asymptomatic, the mild symptoms, the moderate symptoms. And even if it works only up to moderate, we are happy with it. We should not be insisting that we have to treat the ICU patients also through Ayurveda, because that will be disastrous. What is important is, if I do not allow the patients of mild asymptomatic or mild to moderate symptoms into the severe symptoms, the patient will never enter into the ICU. That is what Ayurveda has done during the current pandemic of COVID-19. And that's one major reason, my dear friends, that the mortality rate, one of the major reasons, not the only reason, there will be many more reasons. Our inbuilt immunity to the Indian subcontinent is very high because of the poor hygienic conditions. That is another reason. But because Ayush ministry advocated the use of Ayurveda medicine, Giloy Sattva, the Guruchi, Ganvati, Ashwagandha, Mahasudarshan Swab, and many more, Vastya Harishi, everything was being advocated by from the top by Ministry of Ayush, and our special thanks to the Secretary Ayush and the Honorable Minister of Ayush, that they took a lot of lead. So much so that Ministry of Health also ultimately accepted that Ayurveda works, and even in post-COVID, not only up to COVID, even in post-COVID-19 complications and the post-COVID happening, the patient must go for Ayurveda treatment. Especially, there is a impending danger of bronchitis. There is impending danger of heart attack. There is impending danger of blood becoming thick and subsequent gangrene and heart attacks and strokes. So the complications that are coming are varied. I just enumerated a few. But COVID, I think with the lead of Ministry of Ayush and people like Dr. Santosh Nair, Mr. Santosh Nair and Vidayu and Ayush Arogyam have contributed a lot in popularizing Ayurveda, and I'm sure we need all these people, non-Ayurvedic people, to help Ayurveda grow. My dear friends, if Ayurveda grows with the help of these people, everybody grows. All the stakeholders grow. Therefore, because good marketing you and me cannot do. It is people like Santosh Nair who would be required for good marketing. Good planning of the resources will be done by them. Probably we are ill-equipped. It was never a part of our training to have such kind of courses whereby we learn how to use the resources usefully and sustainably. And therefore, we need these people because we are also aware that the leadership qualities into Ayurveda are little less. And we also, all of us, because you people are very young, the young undergraduate and postgraduate students who are participating in today's youth journalism contest. This is my humble appeal to them that they should learn the art of marketing. They should also learn the art of journalism, the art of management, and if they do that, and if they get associated with people like Superman, I think Ayurveda will be at the helm. It will be at the driving seat, and the COVID-19 pandemic has already given us a lead. The lead is so much that globally, all the Ayurvedic companies have increased their business 3 to 4 times during COVID-19 pandemic, and the believability of the common man into Ayurveda has grown at least 10 times. Almost everyone today asks you, what is your Ayushkara, what is Giloy? At least these names have become very household names. And the golden milk, the haldi with the turmeric into milk, what we call as golden milk, has gained so much popularity. All these names have become very Ayurveda names, Ritucharya, Dincharya, have become very, very famous and household names for the public. I think COVID-19 pandemic has given us opportunity that we now look into how to gain from that opportunity. And let me also make you aware that Ayush Mantralaya, New Delhi, has taken a lot of efforts in scientific studies on Ashwagandha, on Giloy Ganpati, on Shamani Vati, on Agastya, many more Ayurvedic medicines, and by the time the pandemic is coming to an end, we will have a lot many studies and lot many evidences to prove that Ayush medicine have a scientific base. We have no doubt. But to show to the world that yes, there is a scientific study which says that Ayurveda medicine do work and do work scientifically and very, very effectively, people have started accepting it. And regarding today's event, let me also prize the status in Maharashtra to my young friends. Ayush Ministry, Government of India has released advisories. Ayush Ministry of Government of Maharashtra has also released advisory. Advisory 1 was for the usage of the common public. Advisory 2 was for the usage of the practitioners, because there was a lot of confusion. What to use in what conditions. So that all those all doubts have been cleared in Ayush Advisory 2, and we have also given the notification for the search in Ayush in the state of Maharashtra, so that the research can be boosted up in several centers of allopathy wherever COVID is being treated. And with these words, my dear friends, I wish you a very, very bright future, because you are the thought bearers of Ayurveda. You are the future of Ayurveda. And it is my humble desire that learn Sanskrit, learn management, learn marketing, be friendly to people like Mr. Santosh Nair and many more non-Ayurvedic people who can really help us. It's not only management and marketing. You see, you also have to get in touch with the associated scientists. When we are talking of Rashastra, we have to go to the chemist, inorganic chemist. We have to work with the physics. We have to work with zoology departments. So collaboration is something that Ayurveda always with me. Alone, Ayurveda cannot survive, cannot grow. It is the help of people like Ayush Arogyan and maybe IIT Mumbai, IIT Delhi. That is what rightfully Ministry of Ayush has done. They have collaborated with several other streams of health, and that is why Ayurveda is being so fast. And on this auspicious occasion of the National Ayurveda Day, I wish Mr. Santosh Nair, Vedayu Health Magazine, and the other associations of Mr. Santosh Nair, and to all my young friends, a great grand success in all their future endeavors. Thank you very much, and Jai Hind, Jai Ayurveda.
for your kind guidance and for your vote of words of appreciation and encouragement. And we would like to have your support through all the competition and future endeavors of VedaU. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. And happy Diwali, sir.
Happy Diwali, every one of you.
Yes, sir, you are audible and welcome on first time on the platform of VedaU Online.
Yes. Thank you.
Thanks for your association with us.
Thanks a lot.
A warm welcome on the inauguration occasion of our youth journalism contest for Ayurveda colleges. And happy Diwali as well as National Ayurveda Day is today. So wish you the same. So a few words about VedaU Online as well as a few words of encouragement also.
Yes, definitely. Can I start?
Yes, sir. Yes.
First of all, thanks for calling me into this webinar to present my views. Then another thing, Dr. Mr. and Mrs. Gosavi and Mr. Nair, CEO, are doing a great job to promote Ayurveda in a different way. So my best wishes to all of them. Then my best wishes for this contest, and I will be obliged to help you from my side in promoting this event in all the colleges where I am attached. This is the need of hour to give a proper answer to all those who write anything about Ayurveda in any way and on any platform. This is the right and need of the hour. Then my opinion, you must take a contest in between, as well as Kohli sir also told, the proper writing in the journals, in the world journals, that is also important. The content writing, then the theme writing, that is also important, along with this journalism. Then this is the need of hour that as I went twice in USA, there are allied subjects for all the pathies or all the groups of teaching. For example, a person if learning engineering, if you want to take an allied subject like accounts or any commerce subject, he is welcome, and that is definitely helpful to him in his future. That is also one of my opinion. Once again, congrats VedaU for their success on all fronts. Then my question, why to celebrate Ayurveda Day only once? Because every day should be and must be Ayurveda Day, because Ayurveda is a science of life. So that's my opinion. It may differ. Happy Diwali to all and Jai Ayurveda. And this is a golden chance to prove ourselves through Ayurveda worldwide. Thanks a lot. Jai Ayurveda, Jai VedaU, and happy Diwali and happy Dhanteras and happy Dhanvantari Jayanti to all of you. Thanks a lot.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thanks for your valuable words. And yes, every day is Ayurveda Day. And thanks for your encouragement and support for our competition also. And
okay, thank you. Thanks a lot. Happy Diwali. Oh, yes.
Okay. Now I would like to welcome Dr. Milind Patil sir, our editor. Okay, so I welcome you on the platform of VedaU, our chief editor and most favorite Dr. Milind Patil sir. So welcome on the platform of VedaU, and today is the inauguration session for our National Journalism Contest for Ayurveda students. And happy Diwali to you, sir, as well as warm wishes about our National Ayurveda Day also. So we would like to hear you few words about VedaU Online. How is your experience, as well as your few encouraging and supporting. You are there with us in every step on this competition also. So dice is yours, sir.
थैंक यू डॉक्टर श्रद्धा। सारे श्रोतागण और दर्शकों को राष्ट्रीय आयुर्वेद दिन की और धनत्रयोदशी की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं देता हूं। वस्तुतः राष्ट्रीय आयुर्वेद दिन हम कुछ वर्षों से संपन्न कर रहे हैं। वैसे तो जैसे ही धन्वंतरी जी का जन्म हुआ तब से आयुर्वेद का दिन हम सेलिब्रेट करते आ रहे हैं। आज यहाँ आकर कुछ बोलने का प्रयत्न इसलिए मेरा है कि वेदायु मैगजीन की तरफ से इंटर कॉलेजिएट आयुर्वेद यूथ जर्नलिज्म कंटेस्ट का आयोजन किया गया है। मेरी विनती है सारे यूजी और पीजी विद्यार्थियों के लिए कि वे सारे इस कंटेस्ट में अहमिका से भाग ले, ताकि जब से कोरोना की शुरुआत हुई है, कोविड की शुरुआत हो गई है, तब से हर एक वैद्य कुछ न कुछ शेयर करना चाहता है अपने अनुभव के बारे में, अपने शास्त्र की महत्ता के बारे में, और बीट ऑन फेसबुक, ब्लॉग्स, ट्विटर, सर्वत्र, व्हाट्सएप वगैरह सोशल मीडिया चैनल्स पर सर्वत्र हम आयुर्वेद वैद्य हम कोरोना में क्या कर सकते हैं, कोविड में क्या कर सकते हैं, हमारा शास्त्र किस प्रकार से इसमें अपनी उपादेयता दे सकता है, इसके बारे में वर्णन कर रहे हैं। लेकिन दुर्दैव से बहुत बार ऐसे हो रहा है कि वी आर फेलिंग इन द कम्युनिकेशन, क्योंकि जर्नलिस्टिक राइटिंग का जो एक प्रिंसिपल है वो शायद उसमें हम इनकॉर्पोरेट नहीं कर पा रहे। मुझे यह लगता है, सालों से मैं अनुसंधान और अध्ययन के फील्ड में रहा हूँ, तो आई कैन सी द फ्यूचर। और मुझे ऐसे लग रहा है कि कुछ वैद्यों को खास करके जर्नलिज्म अपना करियर बनाने में कोई हर्ज नहीं है। वैसे सुश्रुताचार्य ने हमें कहा था कि वाक्सौष्ठव और अर्थ विज्ञान में हर एक वैद्य को अच्छी तरह से प्रयत्न करना चाहिए, और यही वाक्सौष्ठव और अर्थ विज्ञान में हम यदि सुष्ठु होते हैं तो हम जर्नलिज्म में भी अच्छी तरह से प्रस्थापित हो जाएंगे। और यह इस काल की मांग है कि वैद्य लोग अच्छी तरह से लिखे और आयुर्वेद का प्रकाश, आयुर्वेद का ज्ञान सर्वत्र दें। क्योंकि कहीं तो मैंने पढ़ा है कि पाठ, अवबोध, अनुष्ठान तो करना ही है, लेकिन शास्त्र प्रचरण के लिए, शास्त्र प्रसार के लिए भी हर एक वैद्य को, हर एक शास्त्रज्ञ को कार्यतत्पर होना चाहिए। इस प्रकार की अपेक्षा हमारे आचार्यों ने हमसे की हुई है। यह जो कॉलेजिएट, इंटर कॉलेजिएट स्पर्धा है, कंटेस्ट है, खास करके यूजी पीजी विद्यार्थियों के लिए है, और इससे यह अपेक्षित है कि कितने भी पैंडेमिक आने दे, हम आयुर्वेद उसके लिए तैयार है। वस्तुतः आयुर्वेद का यदि हम स्वीकार कर लेंगे हमारे नित्य जीवन में, तो पैंडेमिक आने ही नहीं देंगे, क्योंकि हमारी इम्यूनिटी हम सक्षम कर पाएंगे। इस प्रकार दूसरा एक मुद्दा है कि इस चर्चा सत्र में, इस कंटेस्ट में यदि इनोवेटिव प्रोडक्ट आइडियाज उभर कर सामने आए तो वह भी संसार भर का लाभ होगा। और तीसरा है आधुनिक वैद्यक और आयुर्वेद का समन्वय कोविड जैसे पैंडेमिक को सामना करने के लिए किस प्रकार से किया जा सकता है, इस ऊपर भी आप यदि ध्यान देंगे तो अच्छा रहेगा। वैसे जर्नलिज्म में वो एक प्रिंसिपल वो लोग यूज करते हैं, और उनका कम्युनिकेशन में एक प्रिंसिपल रहता है, हु डज व्हाट, व्हेन, वेयर, व्हाई एंड हाउ। इस प्रश्न का यदि उत्तर हम अच्छी भाषा में, रोचक भाषा में यदि दे और हु डज व्हाट, व्हेन, वेयर, व्हाई एंड हाउ इसका विचार कर दे तो अच्छी पत्रकारिता हमें आ जाती है। मित्रों, यही हम फर्स्ट ईयर में पढ़ते हैं जब हम आयुर्वेद में प्रवेश करते हैं। हमें पढ़ाया जाता है कि वाक्य क्या है। वाक्य की परिभाषा उन लोगों ने देखे रखी है, क्रिया व कारकान्विता, कारकों के साथ यदि क्रिया आ जाती है तो उससे वाक्य हो जाता है। प्रथम वर्ष में ही हम कारक पढ़ते हैं, कर्ता, कर्म, करण, संप्रदान, अपादान, संबंध, एटसेट्रा। ये जो 7 अधिकरण है और अधिकरण, ये जो 6-7 कारक है, उनके साथ यदि हम क्रिया को जोड़ दे तो एक अच्छा सा वाक्य तैयार हो जाता है। तो मेरी विनती है कि इन आयुर्वेदिक और आधुनिक कम्युनिकेशन तंत्रों का उपयोग करते हुए हम सारे इस कंटेस्ट में लाभ देंगे, इस कंटेस्ट में भाग लेंगे। काफ़ी डिटेल्स कंटेस्ट के बारे में, रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस और कब तक सबमिट करना है और किस प्रकार कैंडिडेट का चयन किया जाएगा, इसकी जानकारी हम सबको वेदायु ऑनलाइन के वेबसाइट पर उपलब्ध है। वहां से जाकर आप सुचारू रूप से समझ ले सकते हैं और पार्टिसिपेट कर सकते हैं। मैं आपको हार्दिक धन्यवाद देता हूं शुरू से ही कि आप इसमें भाग स्वीकार करेंगे और आपकी कल्पनाएं, आपकी आइडियाज, आपका ज्ञान सारे जगत तक पहुंचाएंगे। थैंक यू वेरी मच। यस डॉक्टर श्रद्धा, ओवर टू यू।
Very much, sir, for your kind words and stressing importance of journalism as well as Ayurveda. Thank you very much. At the ending of the session, thank you for all three guests of honors of today's program, Mr. Kuldeep Raj Kohli, as well as Dr. Rajan Patankar sir and Dr. Milind Patil sir. And we would like to have your support henceforth also. And we are ending this session on this note of Happy Diwali to all of you, and thanks for your valuable time also. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Shraddha. Thank you all.